Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you guys are keeping well. And today I'm going to review the HiFiMan Arya, and this is the stealth magnet version. Now, just to give you a quick idea, the frequency response is 8 Hz to 65 kHz. They're 32 ohm and a sensitivity of 94 dB, and they weigh 404 grams. Now, compared to the older version, which lots of people loved those, the stealth magnet version is easier to drive, and I think that's quite important. So my only criticism is that that's the only cable for a headphone that's costing $1,500 approximately. You would hope that they could have come up with more than one cable. There should have been perhaps a 3.5 termination, or at least in my book they should have done a balance to 4.4. It's really easy to do. You can see here this is a third party cable I've got. It has 3.5 that side and 4.4 millimeters. Now what you get in the box also is you get the warranty card and you get your manual, and there's a lovely intro from the founder. It tells you all about the headphones, what they look like. It's got the patented windowed shade system, and it talks about that. That's basically to give an optimized open back design. It has an advanced asymmetrical magnetic circuit. It talks about the headband as well, what makes that really good. The cable and channel orientation, the plugs, the ear pads, the ear cups, the weight. But all in all, you can go through the jargon, and what really matters is what does it sound like. So what I'm going to do, these are the tracks that I use. I'm going to talk about its sound quality versus some of the tracks, and I'm also going to then compare it, my view versus some other headphones as well. But I can't cover off every other headphone, so if you've got some that you want to know about, then just ask in the comments below, or any other questions. But if we take a look at the actual headphones themselves, you can rotate. As you can see, you've got quite a bit of flexibility in those as well. In terms of comfort, they have this adjustable thing here on the headband to give you comfort. These are actually really comfortable to wear. They're massive, they obviously look massive on, but I don't actually find the weight of these noticeable too much because of how this all works, which is a good thing. And literally the cables just plug in like so, no problem at all. So how do the Aryas with stealth magnets sound? Well, what I do with the various tracks that I have, and I also listen to other tracks, not just those. Let's put these down. I always make notes in my little blue book here with every headphone, so I can also help me compare with those tracks with how they sound. So one of the tracks is 747 Ludwig Göransson. It's got excitement, pace, energy, drama, not bass heavy, but there's a strong bass. And the mids were so delicate, they were fantastic. But even though there's not like a V shape in the bass, the slams and the speed is so noticeable. Now, compared to the original Aryas, these aren't as wide. These are slightly more, it's still a wide soundstage, but not as spaced out, like crazy spaced out, which is what the original Aryas were known for. But I really like this presentation. It does have more bass. The treble's isn't too bright, and because these are easy to drive, I think that helps enormously. I didn't find these fatiguing in that treble either. I could actually listen to these for a very long time, which I did, and it was a very realistic presentation. It was very precise, very detailed, but also really enjoyable. There's another track here, Chloe versus Halle. Wonder what she thinks of me. Punch, bass, great vocals. Some Leonard Cohen I listened to in My Secret Life. The realism and the timbre of his voice was absolutely fantastic. And I put in here, it felt as if he was actually in the room with me. Great positioning as well. So with this, even though the soundstage isn't as wide as the originals, I still think the positioning and some of the instruments where you can pick out different things is just superb. This one, Eric Clapton Layla, the acoustic live version, off the charts amazing. The guitar, the strings, and his playing the guitar, his vocals, the atmosphere that you can pick up on that presentation. Natalie Merchant, Ophelia, the vocals, that mid-range was just divine. Really, really stellar. Constant Craving, Katie Lang, superb instrument separation. Dynamic range was fantastic, as I would call it. And that was a real pleasure to listen to. Nigel Kennedy, The Four Seasons, again, very good separation. The timbre was really good. Soundstage, actually, what I thought was really good as well, and just the right amount of bass. It's not weak in the bass at all, but it's a very quick headphone, so it can respond. And when you have sudden changes in pace in the music, they just go off the charts and just go with it, no problem at all. Hans Zimmer, Mountains. Well, if you know this track, which I'm sure most of you do, you felt the suspense, the drama as it builds, and as the track builds, the headphone scales so well. And I also added something here that with jazz music, which is one of my favourite genres, this headphone just was absolutely outstanding. But I do like alternative, I do like rock, all different genres. And this thing, because of the way it scales, because of its pace, because of that planar magnetic and the stealth magnets, what I found was as the volume increased, the distortion's just not there. And that makes the clarity and the precision just that extra bit fantastic. Anyway, I don't know what other questions you might have. I did listen to, comparisons. I did listen. I've got my 600 Sennheiser HD600s on the desk there, which I love as well. But these are just on a different level. Their pace, speed, precision, just so divine. But if you have any questions, it's probably easier for you just to ask in the questions below. This is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Take care. Bye for now.